Hi, my name is Glenn Nolan. I'm the president of the Prospectors and Developers Association of Canada. And your question again?
So, can you share with the viewers a little bit about your organization and specifically the conference, which is a big event in Canada for the extractive industry?
Right. Well, we've been, the PDAC has been an association for over 80 years, and we've held an annual conference since that time, and it's grown to quite large proportions. We're the largest mineral industry show in the world, annual show. We had the last 2 years over 30,000 delegates. We have about 10,000 members, corporate and individual, and at the convention last year we also had a large contingent from international locations. About 1/3 of the delegates came from other countries, and we had 126 countries represented.
So very large. What sort of are the outcomes of this event from your experience?
Well, it's a great place to network. It's where deals are being made. It's where companies that want to learn more about what other smaller companies or properties are being looked at, and deals are being cemented, and further development is happening. And it's not just happening in Canada, of course. It's about the reach of our industry that is global, and how the Canadian companies are working around the globe to look at new resources.
So, on that note, what do you feel has to happen to sort of increase trade between Canada and Africa? What are the barriers? What's going on in terms of new opportunities that the mining sector can capitalize on?
Well, one of the things that we've been promoting for a long time is positive environmental protection, social engagement with local communities, and transparency with governments that we're working with. So it's important that when we go into a country that the rules are clear, that we understand what the process is to acquire land and maintain a holding in a country, but also it gives our investors surety that the projects that we're working on are going to be sustainable and will have a long-term development potential.
Positive outcomes.
Yeah.
Interesting. And how do you partner with INDAP in some respects? I mean, is there some cross-pollination going on between these events?
Well, it's always good to see what other conferences are doing and what they're talking about and how they're organized. But it's also important that PDAC has a presence here, because we are such a large organization in the sense of our contacts, and the convention is the largest in the world. It's important that we reach out to potential delegates and also to companies that want to maybe either join our association or look at moving their business into Toronto or into Canada, so that they can participate in one of the largest stock markets in the world that focuses on mining, which is the Toronto Stock Exchange.
Right. And what about our presence here in terms of just Canada's position within the global context? Glenn, how would you sum it up in terms of what you've seen so far here in Africa?
Well, Canadian companies and the government of Canada has always been recognized as a leader in helping develop projects globally, and it's no different here in Africa. The Canadian companies are seen as leaders when it comes to environmental protection, sustainable development, engaging local communities, and the technical expertise we bring to this industry. So partnerships are inevitable with our companies, and we're attracted to come to Africa to do work because of the, I guess, the reputation that we carry, the positive reputation we carry.
That's great. Is there something you'd like to offer, just from the point of view of wrapping this up? I mean, if there's anything you'd like to touch on to people?
Well, it's always nice to come out to see, to attend other conferences around the globe. But I think that the premier event annually is the PDAC conference. because of the number of delegates, number of companies that come to our show. And it also allows for greater dialogue on all those important issues that companies face, regardless of where they work. And so we look forward to seeing as many people as possible at the PDAC, and look forward to hearing all these great stories that our companies are working on to develop into new opportunities for local populations, for governments, and for the companies.
That's great. PDAC is actually beginning of the month, coming up in March.
It is. The convention starts on March the 2nd, and it lasts until March the 5th. And we look forward to seeing you there.